Good weekend and a good Monday. Gonna keep this short tonight. I really didn't trade today. Unfortunately, one of our trading community members suffered a tragic loss over the weekend, and it really didn't put me in a mental space to trade. Um, I did take one trade today, but I'm going to use that money to donate to charity in the name of that person. So, um, we'll talk about DR and just kind of see where the market went. As you guys can see, the market really took off tonight or today, going into all the news that comes out tomorrow, CPI and then PPI or vice versa. Um, so normally, days before a big news event will end up flat, but that did not happen today. So interested to see what happens tomorrow. Um, so let's talk about DR really quick. There was one very clear DR trade today. So if you follow my rules, very easy to take that trade and make some profit. But let's talk real quick. So we had only had a 9 point range today, and it was interesting because I was expecting it to be a lot more than that. Sorry, and so but we only had 9 point range. But what was interesting to me was how much distance we had between DR and IDR on both sides. So the red dash line here is the IDR, and the low in this case it actually had the same low as a sell side liquidity. So it's actually there's a low there, but it's under the DR low is under this red line, and then up top we had IDR high and then the DR high. So we had a decent range gap in that range between the two, and so the other thing that we see here, blue line has been night open, and then we had the pink line, which is the weekly open. And again, when we look at these things, always remember you gotta look at these things almost as like a potential support and resistance. You can see the price came down, kept banging on that sell side liquidity, came down, went below it, came right back up. We talk about that all the time when sell side gets taken out or buy side gets taken out. A lot of tendency for price to jump back 5 or 10 points, which is what happened in this instance. So anyway, so we kept playing around, and here we start playing around with the midnight open. After DR confirmed, end up going up to. We end up going up here. We tested the DR high and then came back down. Now, if I'm doing strictly ICT, you notice right here, we have this fair value gap. That's a pretty simple entry. You see the fair value gap, price comes in, tests it, and comes back out the other side. And so a very easy way to take a trade there if you're following ICT. If you're following pure DR, we tested the DR high here, did not close above it, so no trade yet. Finally does close above right around 12:30ish or so, and then we wait for it to retrace like we would every other day. And then here is where you have that clean DR entry, comes down below DR high, and then you can just put your order on a DR high line. It'll pick you back up, and then when I got up here, 5 points is right around here. You could have taken that off. You'd have closed out on this candle here, so it would have been an easy 5 points. If you're being a little more adventurous, you could have just let your stop loss, move your stop loss up to let's say above, right above this topless fair value gap, and you could have you would have had all this activity for today. So, either way you're winning, right? So either you're taking your 5 points, like is what we're supposed to do, or you just hold on. You would have had a little bit of heat coming off of this, so you'd have been up. This was I want to say this was 43.17 roughly, and this you're talking about 43.22. Yeah, for 5 points, so right about here, right? And then you went up a little bit and it came back down. But again, this was kind of the unexpected run that we had this afternoon. Very easy 10 points here. So I did not take this trade. Again, I was not mentally ready to trade today, so I just didn't. But I did come over here and I saw this run up, and I honestly just, in a very unemotional way, I just threw an order on and let it run. and it got 10 points, and I'd say, okay, I'm good, take that out. And like I said, I'm going to donate that money to a charity. But anyway, so that was kind of the day. Again, a simple, easy DR trade, which again could have made the 5 points or a lot more than 5. Other opportunities, if you're looking at ICT, there's a perfect ICT entry here, fair value gap. And so, there's plenty of ways you could have played this market. It was a very nice range day on the way up. So, and it's still moving up even now. We are, in the Asian, and we are almost above the top of my screen here. So I can still see it moving up. Not sure what's going to happen overnight. Not sure what's going to happen in London, and especially not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. So, head on a swivel, and just don't rush into trades. One thing DR gives us is the ability for price to digest movement, because we don't really start looking at it until 10:30. So if you're not super aggressive and trying to get in early, then that's the one way for you to keep from getting caught out there or getting caught looking in the wrong direction. All right, so that's it. Again, I hope everybody had a great day. Hug your kids, hug your family, give them a kiss, because you never know what could happen. All right, God bless. We'll see you.